right?
Woohoo! It's Saturday again! Another episode. Woohoo! This is our
Woo!
weekend. It's personal growth, and then we're sharing our story with you. Last night, I collaborated with other independent business owners, and we have
Hmm.
discussed discipline and, of course, time management on our business, right? Because not all of us, some of us are still working full time, and then bulky, so you're managing your whole digital business full time. So we are discussing about how do you really manage time, because there are lots of interested individual who wanted to start the business, but they are too scared that they don't have time. So that
Yeah,
is what we're going to discuss this time, Balkisu.
absolutely. And that is what people say all the time. I don't have time. I have so many things on my plate. I have to take the kids here for those who have kids. I do too as well, and so does Melissa. I have to do A, B, C, and D. And many times you come across the fact that people are saying that they don't have 24 hours is not enough, right? 24 hours is not enough. But I think when we talk about time, when something really matters to you, you find time.
Oh, yes.
You find time. So, what are your priorities? What are your priorities? What do you put first? Because sometimes the time that we say we don't have time, when something needs to be done, when we're pushed to the wall and there's no backing out, we find time for those things. So at the end of the day, what is your priority? What do you want to focus on? If you are able to do a time management, we'll talk about time management. People's always just a cliche, but yeah, time management matters because if you are able to set a priority and you're not just going by the flow. Sometimes people just go by the flow, like okay, I'll just do whatever happens today. But there, when you set a priority and you put A, B, C, and D, say when I do A, I'm gonna do B, I'm gonna do C. You have something to follow for a start because not everybody is like that, right? Some people have to act intentionally write down a schedule as to what they want to do. And if that's what you need to do in order to achieve what you want, then do something and start something. Find time for the things that really matters because there comes a time wherein you'll say, what if? Don't be in that position. Right, Melissa?
Yeah, exactly right. It's actually, like we said, we discuss discipline and then time management. I mean, me, I have two kids. I'm a wife and a mother as well. My kids goes to school, and I am a full service restaurant. And yet, I am running the digital business. Thankfully, the digital business doesn't need constant monitoring. Once you set it up, it will runs in the background, and then it helps as well having the automations of this social media, right? Social media is free. I know we always say this is a business, this is not a hobby, but you really have to put time and effort and commitment in order for this to be successful. I have a not actually time management, but I set a day. Recently, we learned how to bulk create in Canva using ChatGPT, right? And then connect it with your Facebook. I used it last time, and that hour, my husband understand that, okay, I'm going to do this business. I don't want any disturbance. They understand that I am setting that hour to do that. So I now learn how to bulk create, meaning I'm going to use ChatGPT and Canva to create a post for the whole month. Imagine 1 month, right? That's already saves my time. We said you could shorten and lengthen the time. When I haven't started the digital business yet, and it came to my newsfeed, like you have to check how many hours you spend on your phone. So go to your
Mm.
chat settings, check how much screen time do you use, and I've seen there like I have like 6, 7, 8 hours. I'm not a digital business owner, Dad. I'm not, but I am spending that much time on my phone. That's crazy. I'm not earning money from my phone, and then so you will feel guilty about it, like what am I doing? I just keep on scrolling, and that is how na, what do you call that, is it addiction on the phone that you're doing? But now I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty on that, because I know every time that I am on my phone, that's my income productive activity. I'm making money out of it, right? And for the time management, this is also I learned from another business owner. She said if you are going to allot time, let's say, okay, 1 hour for your Facebook, 1 hour for your TikTok, or 1 hour for your personal growth. If you are like me, I still have like a full-time job. Set a timer, 1 hour timer. Let's say you are on Facebook. And then suddenly I will hear a phone ring. Pause that timer and then go attend to the other chores that you have. And then
Mm,
once you're back on your computer, on your phone, click it again. So you always make sure that you have spent that one time for that account, or one time for you reading a book. That actually helps me. That
it
helps me.
does. I
Balki, so
think
you're
that
a
makes
full-time digital business owner now. How is your daily routine looks like for you?
yeah, it's when people say full time, you're a full time digital business owner, keeping in mind that this is your business. It's not, there's nothing else that you depend on for income. This is my business. And I have to work on it as I will work on my 9 to 5. And this is what it was kind of like a light bulb moment for me just about last week. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, Balkisu, when you were working 9 to 5, you wake up in the morning, you log onto your computer, you have your 8 hours that you need to work for, but at the same time you take your lunch break in between, but you work that 8 hours because that depended on how what you get paid or how you get paid. And I worked the hours. And then I sit back and some people will say, okay, now you're doing a digital business. What are you bringing into this? Are you doing it just as you do your job? Yes, I have to. Even though, yeah, in general, I will spend 2, 3 hours because of all the tools we have, like the bulk creation for posts and all this chat GPT. You have all those tools that you can use. But at the same time, I said to myself, Paki, so are you actually putting in as much as you were putting in when you were working 9 to 5? This is your business, right? It was a light bulb moment for me. And I'm like, you know what? I just needed to put in more. I needed to schedule the time more because even though I'm working on this full time, I have my kids that my son mostly because the other ones are older. It has so many activities that we have to go to different towns. So I have to schedule, I have to prepare meals. Sometimes I prepare a meal for the week and freeze them. So when we're ready, we just take out and we eat. And sometimes I have to schedule my go lives around his schedule if I'm not able to. But one thing I just want to highlight when you talk about time and talking about that bulk creation, right? I learned about this about 2 weeks ago, and I, I did not take action. You see what I mean? I did not make the time for it to actually
Mhm.
create it and do it. I did not.
Yes.
So what did I set my priority on? I set my priority on doing it one by one, every single day.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I don't have for a
Yeah.
whole month. But I know that that is something that is available to me, right? Why don't I use it? Because I did not put it as a priority. And I need to rethink my mindset. I need to rethink my approach towards my business. And that is for everything that you do, even in sort of business, even for life, rethink how you approach things. What is your priority? What is your priority, right? And I know for you, you have your daughter that goes to these different activities as well, basketball,
Yes.
volleyball.
Yes, that's right. That is the reason why I love this business, because this business is created to those people who doesn't have time.
Mhm.
This business, I mean, it's you could start at small, your own terms. You could work at your own pace. If this is the only time that you have, then yeah, make that valuable little time that you have because of its flexibility, right?
Mhm.
And this is what yes, the money is potential in this business. It has great potential, but what this money could bring you is more time. That is where the
Mhm.
time freedom will fall into, right? The time freedom that you have, those slow mornings that no one is rushing you to finish your coffee because you
Yes.
will be late at work, right? That is perfect. Right?
Oh,
Your morning routine, Balkiso, you mentioned to me last time. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, you like warm up in the bed, and then maybe lay down for a bit, meditate, pray. No rush at all. It's not
no,
rushing you,
it's
right?
not such a good thing. I'm glad that you highlighted that because this business allows us the flexibility. And as you said, when we have money, money allows for flexibility. Don't get me wrong, people, money is not everything. But what money brings is the benefit of money. Wow, you need money in order to do almost
Yes.
everything in life, right? So that's what we're talking about. Like just as you're saying, I can wake up in the morning when I want, how I want.
Yes.
I don't have to worry
Yes.
about the traffic, about the snow, about driving. Oh, because people, you can do this from anywhere. You
Mhm.
can do this from anywhere. You can you can use your phone, just as Melissa was saying. We spend 6 5 5 6 hours, like a or 9 hours sometimes, or even more on our phones, just watching and scrolling. You can use that time in order to earn. You can use that time to change your life. You can use that time to change the life of your family. Use your time wisely. Do not say you do not have time, because when something is a priority, like us here, I know
Mhm.
my name is Balkisu. I am in Canada. I'm a digital business owner and I'm doing this full time. I was once a social worker, and here is Melissa. She's a business owner and she's originally from the Philippines and she's also in Canada. I'm originally from Sierra Leone. And you have a global reach because we found the time in order to make ourselves better, to make a better version of ourselves. We found time so that we can make the lives of our family better. We found time because we know that the things that we care about matters. So what is your priority, people? What do you want for yourself? The year is almost ending. What do you want for yourself? How can you make that time for the things that really matter? Prioritize yourself. You can never give what you do not have. Prioritize yourself. Melissa,
Yeah.
you know, there are people out there that are listening. What would you say to people who are saying, yes, you're saying A, B, and C to find time, but when I list down all the things that I have, the 24 hours is still not enough?
Yes. Like you said, right? Everybody, all of us are given 24 hours each day. So it just depends on how are you going to use it. Time, you could shorten it, you could lengthen it. It's either on how much time you are going to use it. Either, it's of course, especially at this weather, it's nice to sleep in. It's nice to just be covered on your warm blanket, right? But if you're going to think like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, no rushing. But if you just wake up a little earlier than the usual, believe me, it helps a lot. Not just 1 hour or half an hour waking up earlier compared to your regular routine, it actually helps a lot. That when you said time is precious, time is gold. This is just a simple phrase that I don't usually like, how to say that. In my language, it's gas na, meaning it has been used all the time. Time is gold. But when you realize that as you grow older, yeah, time is gold. Imagine we're almost ending 2024.
Mhm.
2025, how do you see yourself right now, right? You don't you don't dream success, you create your success, you work for it. And
Yes.
time is time is crucial. You're this is the youngest that you can be. Next year you're no longer 25, you're no longer 26. So start now, give yourself a chance. I mean, I know you're whining everything, all the prices going up, the inflation, you hate your job, but the bills are continuously there, so you cannot quit your job because you're too scared to lose your job. Find an opportunity. I This business, it actually works in the background. It doesn't need constant monitoring. Like I said, this is created to the people who actually don't have that much time. So
Absolutely.
it fits perfect to
It
our lifestyle, right, Lokisu?
it is. I just want to, as we go along, you say, I see audiences here that are watching. Thank you so much, Jeline, for your support. Thank you, thank you. Jeline is watching from Alberta, Canada. And here also we have Jessica. Jessica, we just want to appreciate you all. Good morning from Alberta. So wherever you're watching from, look at these two ladies here. They found the time to watch us, to support us,
Yeah.
and we appreciate your time. So let's just work for the things that really matter to us. We say time waits for no man. And Brian Tracy said this, and I just want to just leave this also with our audiences. It You make excuses or you can make progress. You can make excuses or you can make progress. What are the excuses that we find for things that really we should do for ourselves that could make a drastic change for us? You have to find that time. No one else can do that for you. It is
Oh, yeah.
definitely up to you. And one last thing here that I can also put in here, I'll just put this for people. Time is a creative thing. To say I don't have time is like simply saying I don't want to,
Yes,
because
yes,
you
yes.
will find time for the things that really matter. You will. And we just want to
Yeah.
encourage people who are out there. We are digital business owners. I have been doing this full time for the past year. Melissa is doing it part time, so your plan B can become your plan A, like it did mine. And we're encouraging you. There's probably less than 2 months left to the end of the year. Prioritize yourself. Find time for the things that really matter. Find time for yourself. Find time to take a step and get the information that you need. Register for a free webinar so that you can learn more. You can always watch the replay if you do not have time for the live webinar itself. But take that time for yourself. Reflect before the year ends. Is this where I want to be? Have I achieved what I put myself, what I ask of myself January 1st? We do not need to wait until December 31st to make a New Year's resolution. Your New Year's resolution can
Yes.
be today. It can be today. Start today. Time waits for no man. Believe in yourself to know that you matter. Value yourself enough. Melissa.
Yeah, I agree on that. I agree on what you said, right? No one is going to create that opportunity for you, but you. And like what Kisu shared earlier on the screen, when you said you don't have time, it means you don't want to. So just stop whining. Don't look for any changes if you don't make any changes. So
Mhm.
create that time freedom now. Money is money, but what money can bring you. And that is one of the time freedom that we are enjoying right now. Imagine
Absolutely.
Balkisu at home, not going out on the snow. just just waiting for the mailbox to come, right? Me, I am at the restaurant. I don't go anywhere, and then I'm just waiting for my income, and I could still spend time with my family. And yeah, it's something. It's the business that works for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So
But
step out of
again,
faith.
yes, exactly. So yeah, Balkisu's website is there. My website is there. We have a free webinar. If you want to know more, you could just pay the 149 and 30 days guarantee. If you don't want the business, if you think this doesn't align to what business you want to build, then refund it. I mean, 149 is actually a no-brainer decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy a shoes, you buy a pants. How much would that cost now? Like I
Hmm.
said, Christmas is coming. You want an extra income. You don't want to be like start now so you'll have a big bang on 2025.
Absolutely. And put yourself on the Christmas list.
Exactly, right?
Put yourself on the
Yes.
Christmas
Yes.
list. We spend so much on other people and we forget ourselves. Put yourself on the Christmas list, and step out in faith, as our podcast is about stepping out in faith, believe in yourself. You've been praying, you've been asking, and it's right there in front of you. It's right there. It's
Yes.
not gift
Yes.
wrapped in the way you expected it to, but it's right there in front of you. It's all left to you to take the action and to take the step. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So we just want to thank you all for your time. If you're watching the replay or you have any questions, message us, share to as many people as you think this will benefit, and take a step in faith. Until next time, from Melissa and I, goodbye.
Bye.